because of a loud screeching noise that one of the enemies made, so I was like, yeah, that's not going in the game, and I don't know how to edit properly yet, so I'm not gonna do that right now. So, anyway, this is like, I'd say a pretty interesting level. Jesus. I guess it's like a jail cell, full of hollows, and God knows what else. Abominations. I don't know much of the lore of this area, other than the boss himself is one of the Lords of Cinder, and he is either hiding or just camping out here for the time being. I just summoned someone, that's kind of instinctual. Sometimes summoning players can be fun. This guy looks like a tryhard, which there's nothing wrong with that. I was a tryhard once. I think he's role-playing as an Elden Ring character, maybe. I don't really know. So, I'm gonna keep this in my inventory. Actually, you know what? He's too much of a risk. He's a flight risk. I can't have him. Because he might make too much noise. He might cause a disturbance. So, I'm not gonna have him. These guys are just overpowered as shit. They are the jailers, and what they do is, as you can see, they just drain my HP. And if they hit you with those prongs, you are screwed. You're absolutely done for. Because they fat roll you, so you can't escape. I'll have to cut that out, so it's at 3 minutes. 3 minutes. I should probably not attack everything in this area, because a lot of it is probably going to bite me in the ass. It's nice that we can one-hit some of these guys. That guy always scares the crap out of me. I've said it before, but the level design is just amazing in this game. The way you can look at the level before you're there is like insane, and it's actually real assets. They're the real assets. They're not just like a painting that they made for the game. It's like, no, you're actually staring at the real video game assets that they made. This is another mimic. I don't have any pine resins other than this, so I'm going to use this. I should have dodged, I should say. I should have dodged that attack. Got the Estus flask. There's the FedEx truck right outside my house. I used to work for FedEx. Actually, the way it works is I worked through a company under FedEx that was contracting for the deliveries being made. In other words, you, the worker, get screwed and you don't get like any insurance that's how most of the FedEx trucks work these days. Even FedEx Freight, they just work for contractors and get like screwed over essentially. Those jobs should pay way more than they do because, I mean, I'm sure everyone says that about their job, but first of all, you have to be a good driver. If you're not a good driver, you're gonna get in an accident. Second of all, you have to be quick. You have to be a fast driver, and you have to be fast but safe at the same time. You have deadlines, and of course the contractor wants to squeeze as much as he can out of you, so he just gives you a bunch of packages, and it is a rewarding job. The customers are really appreciative, and everyone is pretty nice, generally speaking, but I just think that as a worker, you kind of get screwed over. You don't get any benefits, and your pay is not as good as it should be. UPS, on the other hand, I've heard is a much better company if you want to deliver for a living. Definitely want to go to UPS because I think UPS is a union, if I believe, and all I know about unions is that's good for the worker and balances things out for everyone. Also, the longer you're there at UPS, the more you get paid. So you're actually getting raises, and you're not getting denied fair pay for your experience. So that's what I should have done. I should have gone to UPS, but I don't work there now anyway, so it's fine. I don't work at FedEx anymore. I still like driving jobs though, which is why I am in school for trucking to become a trucker. Hopefully that turns out well. And I also won't be rushing constantly, hopefully, for getting my deliveries to their destination, because trucks have to take it slow, and it's expected that they drive at or below the speed limit. At least some companies. I'm sure there are some companies that abuse their drivers too, but you just gotta know how to avoid them, I guess. Pick the right companies. The nice thing about the jobs I've had, which are mostly delivery jobs, is you don't have to work with other people. I'm not very good at working with other people. I have in the past, and I can get along with them, but it's just so much for someone like me. Like, I just don't like, it just seems like extra hurdles. You have to get along with everyone, and at the same time you have to be working, which sometimes means you're in a bad mood, and you don't want to take it out on your coworkers, because that's just not right. But you also want to, no one wants to be in a bad mood, so if you're getting stressed out from working with other people as well, it's just nice to be able to work alone and not have to answer to a boss 24/7. So, for this boss, you have to pick up the sword I just picked up and use it against him. Whoops. Yorm the Giant. Honestly, he's one of the coolest looking bosses in the game. The only problem is, that I have with him anyway, is you have to use the sword to kill him effectively. If you want to kill him with the weapon you chose at the beginning of the game, or the weapon you're using for the majority of the game, you'll find that he has the biggest health pool in the game, and it's just absurd. It honestly just gets to the point of ridiculousness. Like, it's more of a stamina endurance boss fight than it is anything else. It's like, how long can you fight this boss before you mess up and get hit because he doesn't have a lot of movesets. It's really, it is what it is. I don't, I might be being too critical of the game, but I feel like if you could just use your regular weapon for the boss fight, it would be more satisfying, but